We have called you here this morning to address issues about Galamsey. And precisely the mission is very simple. We all know, very much aware of the issues happening with our environment. And arguably nobody today can speak to the fact that, Galamsey has no negative impacts on our communities, on our societies, and then on our lives as a people. Definitely, if we are to reason around this assertion, then what it means is that, we are not being truthful to ourselves as individuals. Because from time immemorial, and for the past few years as a country, we are battling with a canker called Galamsey. Illegal mining is something that is eating the moral fabric of every aspect of our society. For the shared purposes that, some few brothers of ours want to enrich themselves so quickly and would want to do that not on the rightful manners. We have laws regulating our country when it comes to the mining sector. And so we strongly believe that by the prescriptions of Act 703, which is the Minerals and Mining Act, it is legal for people to go into mining, but definitely not the manner in which we see today. And so we would want to begin by giving you a very brief background of what we stand for. And we want the entire nation to understand the fact that it is not because power has changed today that we are speaking up. We started advocacy on Galamsey not just today, but years ago we've been advocating against Galamsey, illegal mining. Even last year, which was the ultimate of it all, a major election year where the stakes were very high for all political parties, we still did not relax and we did not relent on our efforts in advocating against Galamsey. And so today, it is not justified, and nobody can justify the fact that why didn't we speak in time past, and why are we now deciding to speak? We did not just decide to speak today. And we must place the emphasis on the fact that even last year, at the latter part of the year, we started an advocacy which was quite enormous. Whichever party benefited from our advocacy is not what we are here to talk about. But precisely we are here to talk about the work we did as journalists and as advocates for our environment. We are the only two Ghanaian journalists who had the courage to go into the dungeons and then to arrest Chinese nationals, even ahead of the election. And those ones are already placed on record. And so it is not for shared wickedness and for the shared propaganda of it that today power has changed hands, and so we must speak against Galamsey and make supposedly a certain government unpopular. That is not the mission. The mission and the fact still remains that Galamsey, as we spoke about last year ahead of the election, is still happening today. And even as we speak today, the expectations to which we thought that by now we ought to have seen some level of changes within our environment is not so. And so it has every responsibility and every bearing on us as a people not to relent on our efforts, but as well to let the entire nation understand the fact that Galamsey is still predominant even as we speak this morning. And so we have put ourselves together as a group. We are ready to champion the cause and to raise the advocacy a little bit more higher, because we know the impact Galamsey is having on our communities and our people. The excesses of it cannot be underestimated. So we called you here for a very simple message. Galamsey must fall, and indeed we have an intended demonstration coming up beginning on the 28th of this month. And that is our sole mission here this morning. We want the entire country to know that yes, indeed, there were several promises that were given during the campaign season. But today, thing has been done. We want clear directives as to how the government of the day is fighting Galamsey. The minister who has been placed in charge of natural resources and lands must give the country and the entire public a very good blueprint as to how they are managing our environment and how we are putting this cancer cause Galamsey. And so it's very simple. The message is clear. We have an intended demonstration coming up on the 28th of this month. And we are calling all and ensemble. The entire population of Ghana must begin to realize the devastating effects of Galamsey if nothing is done about it. What we have seen in the last 100 days of a new regime is the fact that it's been a mere rhetoric. And I must tell you that everything we see today and everything government claims to be doing about Galamsey today has been done before in the past. The result we still see around us is the level of devastation. And so the measures being put in place today is not adequate enough to fight the menace. And we would require that government will give us a new blueprint and a new direction as to how this can be managed and can be approached.
You're told suffering more on a very short notice. Would you make up a bit here? You didn't call me a calibre, Mr. Speaker, or calibre. But bigger now. You're just here. Yeni kind. But I'm saying, you should say it. Any MPP. And any NDC, any CBP, and any PS. Apolaya Omachi, Apolaya Omachi, almost Sophie. Unina, you Somato American, Somato American. Anyone is that I'm saying that's an issue. There is no notion ever and true blue and true green. And so maybe as the NDC for economy. But so maybe I say NDC for economy. I am the media almost gone. Now, a brand new at the end of possible. Ghana mine, Ghana ma. The Becon Sakui, a political. I am for politics MMO. And Emma who was said. Mama Tracy and you know, dear dance here. Say, I'm a political party, I'm a join. Tell me more a bemu. Not Yenuanum beer, a do frupe. Pesamin Kumina. I show a momenti. Omun Pesa Bia, Kakra Benoit. Ye baby be a dear and your baby and your super duay. Eti Adisicapa, Elsa Shonesa. Any abaya, a chair mono, I hear Kufado buying. Fear what you babadi and Yamani want to know Galamsey. A deep was so made by Quayaka Tuaba. Minia Kwame Speaker. And a fair to a two Yakwa. You rat on your forest. Aquache China for Manabaya and Sembri. Just so you people know, Galamsey for any political particle. Now, your Babadu Pempenswa, Abaya Sissa. Abaya Society. And your man is sister abiding within 100 days. And your man abiding Yanina China on your not gonna say, of a fight Galamsey. And yet, abiding Tamba or more opposition. Or more catching a good father by say, what declare state of emergency. Now, your father took a year measures in a year. Before when you are a year, get say. And they were by 100 days and over. State of emergency law, Yeni Clay. And I know what I say. It looks like the only reason Chairman Mokasa Galamsey is someone here because those who were perceived to be benefited were the people in power. It's youngsters that almost the same thing. And then when you know we are some for, you have got money to among. You have probably feel we are in a big room. A big room we don't want to stand above. I'm not going to say, I want to make and say a movie. Then you should both MPP and DCO. A cruiser as a young to before Yakodia. The mommy is so much of a young like if the kidney disease is ever a statistics, Yako in the next 10-15 years, kidney disease is also. And Kola Yabba winning Sunday night at a cost. About 3 on Banyamwa, or when you're from the best day. because of his same was ever possible. I mean, me and your Koyana by. And it's in a generational right protection society. I am representatives. We are calling on all and said the God of what you say. And when you say, you come home. The catcher and inform all and yet the power to stop this Galamsey. Say enough is enough. Your bread demonstration. Enough, they say. Some your President John Ramani Mahama, all your campaign will catch it and say, and who fought were buying your friend be LI 2462. I am not going for a forest reserve. I go to a boat. Already our bar, or very pili, Bonica's or that's very pilia, or what you too much work. And they were by our say, Sir and Brano, on repealing, they were myself or son and husband and half. And you will see everyone said, another woman. Galamsey, who catch it so very pili, one country has over sorry, I saw her. 28, Yokobusa, said, I didn't was son agree. Ye no free wa. Oba ye was say Galamsey yet, illegal mining yet, it will go back as well. Oba ye American 10 on the year, some of your feet. After what to be, I a friend gold board. Yabusa gold board never there. Or so over to board. That every month will be a more target of 12 tons. Many million answered him say gold board no. And cover new ones. And cover precious mining. And cover Anglo Gold Ashanti. And cover all the big mining centers. There is so many of 12 tons for one. And you find on many free. It means Galamsey from no one better say a small scale mining. But we don't unite himself to flash the small scale mining concession. And so what you want you know, and this small scale mining, any track of year. And by setting up the gold board, it is an indirect way of promoting Galamsey. Again, you are a Mutala, interior minister. Mutaka, Mutaka say, or interior minister. They will obey to the they say, what say a year or be a 1 year gallery. Now, or say your shoe, or say your forester. A minor Arizona said, I'm punishing it by the name of already 14 years ago. It's a gun and you for say your shoe, your forester. What you know about punishment? They won't be in such China for the bread over to Galamsey. Yet him say, I'm your Burkina for the bread over to Galamsey. It's a no catcher as a witch or more. Or must say your shoe, or must say a forest. Yanaya, you didn't have one more problem near Yari. They were already over tournament for China back. Over tournament for Burkina back. No one for Nusu, and away your boy, and I buy. It's in the air can you say, I buy the share. Some of that when they become from back, or reset it, or be a state of emergency. Near Yanaya back. Near to shut my pipe before one. You bet you would yellow. Then so the first 100 days, and no more did work when you know, on your natural the political world is not there. It's yesterday and we are not Ghana for on the 28th of a year, Samanki, which is a good day. And right now, what's your baby? You know, you best share our sports. Now, your boss Nancy, now your port, a year flash servants. You will bet you know police headquarters. The police reporting for us. The man said, your person, your family, and your man. Only the number 1 law enforcement agents. And the for so long we are not able to curtail the menace of Galamsey and illegal mining. It's here we saw who we are. Now for the seat of presidency, which is the executive arm of government. Say woman of 2 million military challenger, police challenger, or Castle West Miracle. And Antina, a year state of emergency or Achesa. So which remember your answer here. Then you know when you're in common, I'll find the way forward. When I hear and you see a little more momentum, now you will be a friend of Public Order Act. Public Order Act, and Mra, and what's the officer demonstration, and now any special event to be a open show. Now, Generational Right Protection Society, yet this time around so. And the Ayakata Aqua Command, a police, a crown region. There is a Marano section 1, they say. So when you're working a special event in Yanwa, Fakrata, a yet notification of intention We no ya na bebre no ari ye kan kire no do say what for the police permit. So emrane ka say police ma permit. What no government notify wo. If he are satisfied that a requirement of the law. What was section 2 and 3 now? I was saying, the police officer would a notification in the man. So what did you say, BBT? What's the mamma quite? Never mind demonstration on grounds of security, on grounds of a disturbance of public order, on grounds of BBR. As one name a year organized in Asia. Now, what took a year one and find a common ground. And when you police also they follow that requirement. I'm afraid I say Flagstaff House anymore. All my apply and your it is a way of security zone. You will say as a security zone, I've been declared. And then be a way of security zone. They will say, I'm not say, trust one and one of you. They don't be near Flagstaff House anymore. What truck Amaye, Generational Right Protection Society, Kata Police actually Amaye. Sir, I am here, woman to me, am I a 5 year for Flagstaff House anymore? Am I bra? Occupy Ghana demonstration Flagstaff House anymore? We see the diploma White House, a demonstration of White House every year. We see the diploma Buckingham Palace, a demonstration whenever they are. We see. And she had the idea of where the consulting. What was here to be Mahama demonstration? And you catch the police in the cell. America under section 5 said, section 5 and 6 says how do organizers initiate. That's the movement proposing organizers in this company. Police in the number is on back court. I'm a judge, I want order. And the police in the court. That's what the 2 year one need. I'm a law. Actual crack and some of your fight. Emma, your fault, and your Flagstaff House anymore. Get the Asaka crack out. That way, I'm talking about it is only the court that has the power to protect the fundamental rights of the people. It is not in the hands of the police to decide so I'm here for demonstration and I'm here for. So until such a time, say, police can never go court. I'm here with a court order, which says I'm here for demonstration of Flagstaff House anymore. On the 28th, about 2 p.m., the United States of transport, where a different demonstration altogether. And yet the usual and of course here we are 2 p.m. Young United Shell transport. Near Nantia a police headquarters. The few I have forgotten pin of Flagstaff House in anymore. They are terrible overnight. The message is very simple. The near Papa John Dramani Mahama, Elfa Kodim Komo. Near Busa said 3 days. Of my a cogent plan. Now the best of it a Galamsey. That's why you Nantia your minister. Akwa press conference. The press conference national and the show white minister wow. Hey, minister there. Say the ya forest law and a rebel. Yes, hallelujah. It's the yaka. I find as a minister no one else want for here. Yet you go home. The phone is one here that it's a minister show our Galamsey Demo here. It should tell each and every one of you the extent to which I am in Ayaba. The more minister needs to say, yeah, to me, executive power, no minister, no, one are cabinets. One are to me, a Rajan Ramani Mahama. It is a Benny Pass. I want to prepare social forest. I say, I'm a minister, Tinisha, and you're a minister. No, the sooner I should also be, one should be. All country President John Ramani Mahama say, your bread, on the class state of emergency. Said and walk at Okatakyie Afrifa. Near you, I am back to the drawing board. Young fun, young man, walk well. And when you ever for sure, you're good, you're better. There will be young shoe and say a forest. Make a nature for Quano. Generational Right Protection Society. We are taking inspiration from a year and another. Benson Saba. We are sure someone you know what's Aborigines Right Protection Society. Aborigines Right Protection Society, no. Elizabeth, and then Nahinie, and a quattro, but everybody said, your friend Crowns Act Bill. Now, Crowns Act Bill, no, the bad air. Was he an anonymous say, our mother show, then time scapegoats, and then important when you know, or by just answer, I said, you share a year there, a crown, I say. The man says, I'm saying, hey, now what by John what you are? Enchi mabeda nya asase. Etu omo dwene ya ho. Asori gyina ekoi. Ene ebedu yeso pesame kuminya media fo nyina ya kawo. Edu yeso esika penwa sikata. Yakwa ko se yeso no ni abram kakra se mo ko anu to. Enya sa. Eti se na yeso yefo eye the next generation ho ban ya. Ene the Generational Right Protection Society e kan nyina nse. Yentimi ntina ho emma the greed of the selected few to destroy the future of the next generation. So munyina media follow. We make here on the 28th 2 p.m. transport. Here nanti ko ye John Lamani Mahama o. Emfi ye show ani ye hawo. Enkonko so. Ya da munyina wan sisi e fun mo ba.
Adam appointee Okatakyie Afrifa the press conference or circle TACC and also when it some drop one by and then most pensions yeah. So that is all what Okatakyie Afrifa said about his his demonstration is about to do that is coming 28. Yeah. He's starting from transport here in Circle here. So today he had a press conference here at Circle, the SDC VIP station there. That is where he had a press conference today. So stay tuned for more updates on the Galamsey Demo that is about to do. Thank you.